AJ with Hippie Fertilizing. We're out here in Friendswood today. We're going to come up with a little mixture to try and find out how we can best overcome brown patch. It's been raining, it's been pouring. I wish I was an old man snoring in bed, but I'm not. I had to, get up and still try and do things. But it's okay, it's what I love to do. And we are bound and determined to find solutions that support soil biology, right? So as we do that today, let me show you a little bit of what I have going on here. All right, I have a nice little powder blend from Microlife that is basically a supercharged biological inoculant. Has different species of trichoderma, bacillus, lots of things I can't even name right now because I can't say them. I'm not that scientifically inclined yet. Okay, and something that's really good on all plants all the time is some ocean harvest, right? As you've seen before, I use a lot of Microlife. They are my favorite, but let me tell you, they're not the only ones out there. So if you have to find like another fish fertilizer, right? A lot of them are good. So don't be stuck on the name necessarily, just be stuck on like the type of product that it is so that it's actually feeding soil and feeding plants naturally and biologically. Right here, I have something you may have seen before. My lovely favorite humic acid flake. It's called a flake. I love this way this stuff stirs up in a solution, right? So I'm still a little worried that this might be too much for this small solution I'm going to use here, but we're going to go ahead and do what we're going to do. I just hope that I didn't overdo it so that I can actually spray it on the lawn in a nice smooth solution instead of something that's going to be chunky and clog up my sprayer. And there's different kinds out there. I really like a chameleon sprayer. I find that a little bit thicker stuff can go through it than your other brands. So I already put the Ocean Harvest in there. Let's see, we put about 16 ounces. That's gonna be a little bit strong, but if y'all didn't know this already, I like natural stuff because I like to put on a lot, right? Being from Texas, we wanna do everything bigger. So, next, what I'm gonna put in here is that biological mixture. Now this is where I also got to be careful. So I'm not worried about damaging anything by any means. I'm just worried about this coming out of the sprayer so I'm not wasting my solution. And something I invite you to ask yourself anytime you go and get something for the lawn is, what's its mode of action for feeding your plants or your grass, your trees, what have you? Because if it's not feeding microbes, fungi, bacteria properly, and it's just straight up feeding the plant first, it's like the difference between a smoothie and potato chips, okay? I love me some potato chips every now and then, but I know it's never going to be as nutritionally beneficial as a good smoothie. So, sorry for the time that it's taking. I'm just, again, trying to make sure I get a nice, good solution. Oh, let's see. Just for kicks, I'm going to show you all how black this is. And that's some pretty thick stuff right there. And I kind of enjoy the fact that I did it on a stump because that biological powder, even though we're not going to see it really fast, it's going to help speed up things to break down this stump, right? So again, forgive me, not the best video guy in the world. I'm going to go run and turn on some water. Yeah, this is the brown patch we're working on. One thing that I learned is you really want to hook up your sprayer first, because you can hook it up second with the water on, but we all know it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. And who likes that? Not this guy. I think I'm doing all bad words. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. So now I'm gonna try it where it says the 6-ounce setting first. It's second to the highest setting. The next setting is 8 ounces. Again, hopefully we're getting a really good smooth solution here so that this all comes out. And you know what the good thing is about all this stuff? I can touch it with my bare hands. Don't try this at home necessarily, but you can even eat it without freaking out, right? Because other stuff out there on the market for your lawn, I would never, ever, ever encourage that. In fact, I encourage you to find something, again, that feeds the soil biology. So, okay, good news, we're getting some color. That means our mixture is going through. And also, it's been really cool here for being in, the Friendswood, Texas area. It's usually a little warmer even during this time of year. And why that matters is because soil microbes and fungi and bacteria respond different to the temperature. So luckily it's supposed to heat up just a little bit in the next few days, which is going to potentially really increase our likelihood that this is going to be very effective. Because everywhere there's been brown patch because of all the rain lately. And products high in nitrogen make it worse, okay? Fungicides can actually make it worse because they will kill off your beneficials, right? And the way hippie fertilizing likes to do things, we never ever want to kill off beneficials. We never ever want to harm soil microbes or any of that. We want to do everything that is consistent with truly supporting soil biology and ultimately a healthier environment. Because no matter where you're at and where you see this, you are breathing the same air I'm breathing. And we want to breathe healthy, clean air, drink healthy, clean water, right? And have healthy, clean soil. Spray a little juice on this. Again, it's not going to be instant gratification, but over time it's going to definitely speed up that decomposition process, especially because over the course of next year we're probably going to dump a lot of molasses on there, and we'll be back to show you how that's working. So something else to consider when you are trying to do something that is going to support biology and your microbes and your fungi is that you do want to get a good saturation of your product, because it's going to work best the better it gets down into the soil. And also, the better it penetrates deeper into the soil, the warmer it's going to be down there. The warmer it is in the soil, the more those fungi and bacteria are going to activate and work for you. So right now, if you're seeing this a little up north, I hate to say it, but this might be kind of pointless. Something else I learned recently, and as much as I love soil, you would have thought I knew this years ago, that fungi really makes your soil more acidic. So it kind of made me think, is some of what we're knowing or being taught kind of backwards? We're taught, oh, the soil's too acidic. No. Maybe we want it that way, because in a lot of ways, as long as there's organic matter for the fungi to feed off of, we want acidic soils. I never thought about this before, but like rainforests and like the giant redwood trees are really an acidic soil because they're dominated by fungi in the soil. And hopefully, some of this will gravitate to you, because as we do this, we want to have beautiful, perfect lawns that our neighbors are going to ask us, man, what did we do? And then the cool part is, we can give them good information on using good, healthy, safe products. So, we still got a good, strong mixture in there. It's another reason why I like to make it the way I do, is because then I can do it a few times, and each time I do it, I'm diluting it, and trying to clean up the sprayer a little bit, but I can also get that good, healthy saturation that I want. And this time, I'm going to put it on the 8th setting, honestly, so it goes out a little faster, goes out a little bit stronger as it's been diluted. Because another thing that's happened to this lawn that I wasn't aware of in the beginning is, before I started doing all my organic goodness, it was sprayed with weed killer. Kill the weeds! Don't kill the weeds, people, it's plants. And another reason why it's important to not kill the weeds, not only because you have to use dangerous products that are not safe for you, your family, your animals, all that good stuff, but what you don't realize you're doing is you're also killing off the food sources that soil microbes need to help everything else thrive, right? Which is super important. That's what it's all about. A little bit of biodiversity and soil biology. It's really, really groovy stuff. So, we've put down some other biological fertilizers, and boom, all the rain happens. But if you've been able to notice as we're panning across the lawn, what's green is really green, right? So I know as long as we keep on with our same approach here, it may not happen this fall and this winter because of course things are slowing down, going dormant. But come next year, boom! This lawn is going to be a powerhouse of thriving freaking microbes. And, I'm going to hear from this customer, AJ, I don't ever water my lawn. And I'm going to say, I know, isn't that cool? And especially if you're on a huge lot, you're either making a really huge impact in either direction, right? And what I find is that smaller lots are really harder to maintain, but bigger ones, once you get them right, they're more self-sustaining. So if you're watching this and you have like a few acre lot of grass and you want it all to be pretty and healthy, I want you to consider that it may cost you a little extra in the beginning to get all your grass healthy, but you are going to save tons on irrigation, pest control, fungicides, insecticides, miticides, these asides, and I always say if it says aside, set it aside, okay? Because that stuff is not groovy. So, one last time, and then I'm probably going to dump the rest of this on that stump over there. But at least I know with this, we got some really good saturation in this area today. Because we also had to battle a little bouts of chinch bugs over here, which, considering how much damage chinch bugs can do, it's coming back pretty good. Oh, shenanigans. It's the one thing that can be a downside to these, is get a little sporadic pop off. So, we're going to take the rest of this, like I said, maybe really charge up the breaking down of this. And that's the other good thing about using organics, is that I could do this in any spot in this lawn, and your biggest thing that might happen is you have a greener patch. Ooh. But I do want to make sure to rinse this out really well, because it is a bacterial and a microbe type of thing, and the inside will get really nasty. And it don't take much, alright? A little rinse, but you do want to rinse it so that you can prevent bad bacteria. And also it gums everything up and gets nasty and stinky, and who wants to have stinky gardening tools? Nada. So thank you very much. Check out hippiefertilizing.com. Remember, nature called for change. We answered. Peace.